Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. A man never complains. Complaining, to me, in my opinion, is a feminine trait. A man should withhold from complaining, should be constantly keeping himself in check. I feel like that when you go down that road of whining about your weaknesses, it simply just makes you weaker. When you complain, it invites more weakness. It's not inviting strength. There's this odd idea that you just want to get things off your chest, that you just need your time to vent, and then you can unload all your worries and fears, and somehow that is helpful. The only thing that might possibly be helpful in that exercise would be hearing yourself talk so you can analyze what you're saying, possibly from a slightly detached point of view, and then you could correct your behavior or your thought process. Now, you could do this with journaling. You could simply journal and then read back what you wrote. And many times when we do this, we kind of laugh at ourselves, and what may feel like drama and feel like it's important as we're writing it, when we read it back, we kind of roll our eyes and realize, it's not that big of a deal. It's rather minor in the course of life, in the scheme of things, and my whole existence. This one little thing doesn't mean that much, and you can have these realizations. The point is that we want to be there for others. If you're in a leadership role, you shouldn't be dumping your load on others. You should be receiving the load of others. It's a hard job. The burden of man is a burden. It is a hard life. And everybody around you may dump their loads on you. This is the way it is for me. Literally every single person I know, I don't think there's a single one that is an outlier in this. My family, my mother, my brother, my friends, every person that I interact with dumps on me. I haven't had a person ask me, how are you doing? Maybe in years. I can't even remember. I can't remember the last time someone genuinely asked me how I was doing. Or what are you up to? What's going on in your life? People don't inquire with me about that. What people want to know is what I can do for them, how I can help them. People want to unload their problems on me. Much of my conversations with anyone, with any other human, are about them. And I don't ever get my chance to dump my load. I used to get resentful about that and feel like that a reciprocal relationship meant that we each get our equal time to dump, to whine, to complain, and then we can call that friendship. But as I became stronger, I not only I stopped having reasons to complain, and I started recognizing suffering as a natural process of growth. So rather than complaining about the dramas of my life, I recognize them as training. I'm not going to complain about the heaviness of the weight that I'm pushing at the gym. I'm glad it's heavy, because I know that on the other side of those reps, I'm going to heal and I'm going to be stronger. And I realized that my release comes alone. This is an aspect of warriorship. A warrior doesn't have a support group to dump on, to use as a crutch, to go over and hang out with and whine and moan to about how their lives suck and how everything's so hard and how they're so broke and how they're so scared and lost. You never get a chance to be in that realm. Everybody else may be that with you, but as a warrior, all you do is you recharge. You give of yourself. It's a life of service, of servitude. And you're giving of yourself to others. And then you absolutely need your alone time, your time to recharge your batteries. And that's when you go meditate, that's when you go train, that's when you rest, that's when you go absorb information, that's when you engage in your mind, body, and soul program, which is a rather solitary program. It's not really group activities. And you do this in order to strengthen, and you strengthen so you can continually be stronger for others. It becomes this perpetual flow. This is the circle of life, and in the center of it sits man. It's food for thought.